wherever you are watching. Sorry I'm a little bit late with this stream. Initially I wanted to do some streams last week already, but I got a little bit sick due to the awesome German weather. So what we are going to do now is taking a look at freshly released Ancient Era Persia from Eduardo Tarilontes, distributed by Best Service. Just copy the link into the chat so you can check it out. Eduardo was kind enough to provide me with an NFR copy of the library, so we are going to have a look today. I just installed the latest engine version, and yeah, it's not a contact library, it runs in engine. And yeah, so for today's stream, like we always do with new libraries, we are going to check out some of the patches, do a quick run through, and yeah, just check it out, and then we see if we can do something with it musically. So enjoy the stream, welcome, and we see what we can do. Don't need my headphones right now. In case you're wondering, I was just working a little bit on a template. Has nothing to do right now with what we're going to do. Maybe it does. We will see. Just wanted to point out that we are going to focus on the engine, and in case we're doing some more orchestral background for whatever we're going to do later, I just have my template open, or one of the templates. We can talk about that later. So first of all, the library runs in Engine 2, its own Best Service own sample player. So there we are, Ancient Era Persia. Quick overview. Did I close I closed the website already. I think it's 259 euros. And we got instruments, loops, phrases, instrument phrases, and soundscapes. As the name suggests, Ancient Era Persia is all about the Middle East. And let's just jump straight in and check out some of the patches. Beautiful interface there. I oftentimes tell that when I do stuff with either Eduardo's libraries or anything that runs in Engine, Engine has its own reverb, the origami verb, and although it sounds pretty great, it's a real CPU hog, so I tend to switch it off on patches when I use more than one. And for some sounds we may just check out how they sound without the applied reverb, like for example in this percussion instrument. So that's the dry sound without the reverb. I'm going to get back to headphones here. Sorry. Nice to see you, Dirk. Nice to see you, Raphael. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, Bendir, first percussion instrument. Let's jump through some of these. Really nice sound there. I guess it's a pretty neat comparison, so what you get without the reverb. So it's pretty dry, still has a little bit of room tone in it. You have no mic position, so you gotta live with what you get. Oh, let's go on here. Darbuka. And the green keys actually are some phrases, rolls. They're MIDI based, I guess. So, going on. Next one is Davul. These patches really have a nice low end. Great sound. Love that. So excuse my voice, I'm still not over with my cold. Sucks when you need to work, but on the other hand, it's great for that kind of voice. I wish it would stay that way. And again, once more, comparison without the reverb. Daife. Plastic rig. There's an info page for every instrument so that you can read if you're not familiar with Middle East instruments, so you can read about it and get everything you need to know to work with it. So nice release note there on the roll. Okay, next one. Enough round robin to not make it repetitive or have that machine gun effect, so it's nice to have. Next one, tombak. Again with some MIDI performances. So that's nice. What else do we have for instruments? Percussion. That's the percussion group. So going to the next one, we have strings. So let's start with a plucked strings. So baglama, Turkish string instrument popular in Turkish countries, sometimes referred to as zas, from the Persian meaning, an instrument, long-necked lute. Okay, so down here in that area you have the key switches for the instruments. So starting out on sustain poly, legato, halftone vibrato, short trill. Let's just check these out. So poly sustain, legato. And just for the reference, the same sound without the reverb. Keep the reverb on now. Half-tone vibrato. Nice how you can hear the fingers on the fretboard. Great. Short trill. That's nice that you get the chords. And you get up and down key switch, so every time you want to alternate, you need to switch the keys, the articulation there. And I like that chords are pretty much open fifth, so you got no major or minor definition, so they should work in pretty much every key. Ending chord. Great rhythms as well. Are these tempos synced? Let's check that out. So they are tempo synced. That is great. I love that. Rhythm 2. Sorry for any clicks or pops, that's due to the video capturing software that's running at the same time. Okay, so the rhythms are not legato, so it triggers from the beginning, so you can't just do slides or stuff like that. But anyway, it's great to have these kind of patches. That's awesome. Really, really awesome. Okay, but get lost just playing with one patch here. So let's check the next one, Baglama Low. Don't tell me you got the low rhythms as well. Awesome. So that's pretty cool. Okay, go through some other patches here. Next one is Dutar. Long neck 2-string lute found in Iran and Central Asia. Okay. Okay, that's a glissando there. Only works upwards, it seems. Yeah. Amazing sound there. For the record, that's the dry sound. Okay, these are drone notes down here, so pretty cool. So, sorry, I just lost my mic connection. Okay, there we go. Really great sounds there. Okay, I try to speed things up a little bit so there are more. Let's check the Turkish oud. Let's have a look at the controls. So we got tremolo speed, legato fret noise. So I think you can turn that down. Or board noise. Then you also can control the tremolo speed, which is pretty cool, so you can adjust that to your host tempo. cool stuff. So next in line, let's check the bowed strings. What do we have here? Using another patch here, so I got expression on my other finger. So here we have vibrato speed, and right now Modweir has no function, so we can just MIDI learn that. Again, if you want to know how it sounds dry. And right now, Modwheel is controls the vibrato speed. Works pretty well. So let's check out the other one. So all these little ornaments and additional articulations that you can access via the key switches really help to get more life into a possible MIDI performance there. Hey Daniel, nice to see you. So that's the Lyra, whatever it's pronounced. So let's, last but not least, there's a Turkish violin. So we can check that out as well. There is something wrong here. Oh, no, okay. It didn't update the information on the key switch here. That's great. In case you ever score Sherlock going into the Middle East, you're sad. Okay, going on to the Woodwinds, and in case you didn't catch it, the former release from Eduardo, Desert Winds, is now fully included in ancient era Persia. So the Duduk, which was awesome back then already, is included here as well. Libraries, but get nothing but crashes with engine. Well, make sure to that you are on the latest version of engine. That's something to keep in mind. So right now it's 250.100. I think that's the latest. But yeah, sometimes you just need to make things work. So Daniel, I guess you're on a Mac, right? So I'm on PC. I have no problems with the engine, to be honest. Can't really tell how it's behaving on Mac. So funny that expression has no influence on the sound here. So yeah, the Duduk. Next one in line is breathing noise. Okay, we don't need to check that. Caval. Cable. Well, Daniel, then it just might be time for a slave PC just to run Tari's libraries. That was an answer to the fact that he needs to save a project before using engine. Well, actually, I can't say anything about it because I don't know how it runs or behaves on Mac. So far, I have no problem with engine and Taris libraries overall, apart from the fact, as I've mentioned in the beginning, that I always more or less switch off the reverb in the patches, because once you have 2 or 3 patches running, that origami reverb just crashes every system. It sounds great, but is a complete CPU hog. So something to be aware of. love these sounds. And something to also be aware of, these wind instruments feature different release triggers. So you end up with no release when you have none activated. So activating, and they're different ones. And third one. And actually you can MIDI learn these guys and then activate them on the end, at the end of a phrase. So, for example, next one, Turkish clarinet Zurna. Let's check out this one shortly. Let's stop that now before snakes come out in the background. So there's a bunch of percussion loops. One thing that I really do not understand is that these loops are not tempo synced. So they're just in the given tempo. So whenever you need them in a different tempo, you just need them to render to audio, and which I don't really understand because, for example, the stringed instrument that we had before had time synced looping in the chords or in the strummings. So, and especially with percussion loops, it should be, bear with me if I'm wrong there, but it should be fairly easy to make them adapt to your host tempo. So in this case, great to have these performances and loops. A little bit sad to not have them syncing to the host tempo. But still great to have these. Then there are different instrument phrases. These are kind of one-shot performances. Aren't the loops inside of folders as plain MIDI files? Let me check that. Maybe I'm mistaken there, that these are actually available. So here we have, no, these are actually just the MIDI files that are available in these instruments. So back to the percussion instrument, the darbuka, these green keys. These are the MIDI files that are in the MIDI file folder, but the phrases or the loops are not available as MIDI files. I think these are actual performances, no programmed. Nevertheless, you only have them in the tempo that they're given, so in case you need different tempo, you need to render to audio and stretch or lengthen it or shorten it. Some phrases, as I've said, that's more or less one-shots. Indeed, in Forest Kingdom there were MIDI files. Actually, I did some of these. Together, well, back then with Eduardo and Russell Bell. That was a nice work back then. Would be nice to have some key information. I mean, you can obviously use these if you have not necessary tempo information like a loop running or something, and just a soundscape underneath, and then you fire off these one-shot samples. Just to create an atmosphere there, that's for that they're great. But since you can't really adjust the tempo or match them to your composition, it's harder with these. But since the playable instruments sound so authentic, it's not. I see it more as an something on top that you may use at some point. Okay, at least here you have that in different keys. Or at least different phrases there. Okay, and finally, something that Ehlert is definitely known for, and I love him for these, are the soundscapes. You can just hold down a single note and then adjust MIDI sliders to these knobs. And can evolve within one single note with different sound sources and blend them differently. For example, if you don't want the tonal information, you get rid of the pad and the flute pad, and then you just get the C sound. Sometimes that's just all it needs. So I won't go through all the soundscapes, just some examples here and there. So, you can do a lot of stuff just with the soundscapes alone. Snake Pit. Sense of Time, I already loved that back in Desert Winds. Such a great sound. So, Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much for the run through with the patches. As I said, I don't go through every single one of the soundscapes now. I mean, just buy it and check them out yourself. World of the Dead. But I think it's a good idea when we start working on a track or try to come up with something, let's just look for a neat little soundscape that we can start the track with. Okay, let's take this one. So first of all, thanks to Daniel's comment, I'm going to save. So in case you're wondering, I'm working within my template here, or one of the templates. So I currently set this up. This is pretty much Sony stage scoring template. So that's all Cine samples, Cine Brass, Cine Wins, and Cine Perc. It works pretty well to get a really nice all-in-one room sound, and you don't need to adjust much in terms of reverb and stuff like that. Just load the patches and you're good to go. And you just and these are just sketch patches of the full ensemble. So in case where's my sustain pedal? There. If I need a flute in the background. So, in case we need some orchestra, we have that going on here. But for now, let's start with, and first, maybe we're going to, how do we do that? Let's put this guy on its own. So we send the soundscape to the synth group. And I'm not sure about a key or yet, so I think to first of all saving again, I'm going to duplicate engine here. So one for the soundscape and instruments. Let me do another one. So soundscape, instruments, and percussion. So that way I can use 3 instances of engine. I mean, it's obviously the same as Contact. You can set up 16 different instruments and can set up 16 different outputs, or 8 stereo outputs, and we may make use of that later. I just have 3 instances open now, and for the percussion, let's send this into my percussion group. Where is it? There. And let's look out for a nice loop that we can start with. As I've said, these loops are not tempo synced, so I need to set the tempo accordingly. So let's go with a, let's do something in 6/8 today. So, okay, we are on 90 and on 6/8. Okay, at least it seems. What else do we have in 6/8 time signature and 90? There we go. I like that one. Okay, so let's give it start on bar 2 and let's give it 4 bars of the soundscape to evolve. So we start here with a percussion loop. And just looking for a I like that one. So we're actually going to fade out the oops. So let's go with expression data here. Start full on, and then we gradually fade it away till it's gone. So need another layer here and add a second loop. The other one I have was Dirk 6/8. Let's go with this one. Might adjust the volume a little bit there. Okay, put this guy a little bit to the left. I think I can do that with Cubase information. First of all, let's name it. So that's first one is 6/8 90. The second one is Dirk 6/8 90. So, and I think when we loop this, Yeah, exactly. So we can determine the panning. Let's check that out. That's actually happening in the mixer, I guess. There is... Because when I changed, since I opened up it as a track instrument, I'm changing the overall panning of the channel here, which is what I do not want. So how do we handle this? So I'm going to add a MIDI track for this one. Yeah, and actually the pan here, you can see, controls the panning in the interface. So just want to have these a little bit left and right. So we can get rid of this. So let's add another MIDI track here. First of all, what I like to do, as I mentioned before, is to switch off the reverb here for these guys. Since I mentioned before, when I'm using several patches that all run the origami reverb, it kind of crashes my system. So I'm using my own reverb here that I have preset up in my template. Running these again. Okay, we're good there. And once again, with a little bit of Soundscape. So are you still using a Fab filter? It depends on what I do. Since Cubase 9, I use a lot Cubase new internal equalizer, which is pretty great, but I still use Fab filter as well from time to time. Depends on what I'm doing. So I wanted to add another layer and open up this tambourine instrument. I like the sound of that. What was it? Rick. Oh, maybe the other one's better. The plastic one. see if we find something there. Let's see. Definitely bring the volume down of that guy. This is Plastic Rick. Turn that volume way down. Fab filter? Oh, for the reverb? No, actually I'm not using Fab filter for the reverb. I am using Slate Verb Suite. So I don't even have the Fab filter Pro R, so can't tell you anything about it. I either switch between Slate Verb Suite or Valhalla Room or Vintage Verb, depending on what I'm going to do. So let's check out one more, the loop. Maybe we add a little bit contemporary percussion there. Just a little bit of low end. So I'm just adding a little bit of a loop there, not loop, just to get a little bit more of that 6/8 feel. So that's so let's do that. Should be enough. Okay, that's a little bit lagging, so we push that a little bit to the front. That's too much. There we go. Okay. just change the groove here. Okay, yeah. Let's keep the tambourine there where it is, and we're just switching grooves. Extend that a little bit. So for the first 8 bars there. And we can bring in some strings there. Let's go with some. Yeah, just some tremolo strings for the second half here. To copy that over to okay, make that an octave, and we add a little bit of a cymbal rise here. Oh! This happens when you work with a freshly set up template. Something wrong in the MIDI naming. So we got channel 6. That's channel 6 as well. Okay. That's good. Okay. Save that guy and start working on some instruments. For the intro, I suggest that we start with, well, obviously, just use some Duduk there, some lick or something for the intro. Get rid of the reverb, and actually let's do it differently for this guy. We actually set that up as a rack instrument. That makes life a little easier there. So then we can delete this guy, bring that up, and where is it? Okay, first let's load the Duduk again. Okay, there's the channel. So first of all, because I have that on all channels, I put that guy down -10. We're going to send that to the Woodwinds, and we give it a little bit of reverb. We will see how that sounds. No reverb at all. Okay. And then another thing that we need to do is to learn the legato type for mod wheel and legato speed. We'll switch that down to slower. Why the hell doesn't it react to expression? So, okay, so we just let's see if we can quickly do a little bit of an intro there. Just a little bit of improvising there. What the hell? So. I'm doing something differently here. I don't want to have this guy on the wait a second. So I'm not really sure what's happening here. Ah, okay. I think, yeah, all right, there we are. I'm going to set up an extra group for the ethnic instruments because I think that stuff deserves its own reverb. So we just do group, let's call it Persia. So we put that to the right, group Persia. Copy that, and then we do another reverb track. Let's just duplicate this. So we send that group Persia, and then let's use vintage verb and go with this guy, but with a 70s setting. Let's turn that up 336, mixes full. So, and now let's send this guy to Duduk. Duduk. There we go. No, not yellow. That one is. Okay. I like that better. And for the soundscape, we actually do the same. Yeah, okay, we don't even need the reverb there, but we send it to the long reverb anyway. So we don't send that to the synth, but to the group Persia. Change the curve here for the volume automation on the pad to keep it lasting a little bit longer. What happened to the strings there? Okay. Not sure what I'm going to do there. So first change the loop here. Give it a little bit of more. I'm just randomly taking another one. This one. That's nice. So let's try. That's 16th notes. Let's add some. So we add another layer from the violas. Okay, first of all, save. Then we're going to add a layer. Let's load something plucked here from the strings. Like, oh, why not? Let's try the Turkish oud. So I'm going to send that to the second output. Actually, second output here. Switch off the reverb here. I just want independent control between the Duduk and the other instruments that I have here. Well, actually, let's already. So, okay, this is Persia instruments. And now we have different channels available for that stuff. So this is, let's call it plucked strings. Using the same reverb, same reverb, but I can set different amounts of how much material I send into the reverb. So the plucked string, for example, in this case, can then okay, I think I'm just going with a chord there on the first. Okay, I waited all the time to start playing here. Sorry for the delay there. Hard quantize these guys. So this is oud chords. Boom, 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 boom. Duplicate this. Okay, going to rise. Just thinking what I'm going to do there. Okay. Actually, I want to, not the tremolo, I want to have a half tone trill there. And here we go with big percussion. So altogether it sounds like this. Actually, I made a mistake here because I forgot to set up the channel volumes. So I'm going to do that first. So this is all -10, and that way I can increase the volume. Sorry, wrong instance. There we go. Can bring that back to normal and adjust from there. Doesn't it take the volume? Should be 7. Yeah, okay. Now we're talking. So bring that down a little bit. And for the beginning, I want to try to actually find a let's see if there's a phrase in G minor. This is where we're actually at, in case anybody's wondering. So we send that. Not really sure. Sounds like this is in G. Yeah. Okay, so we just add some. Okay. Actually, let's not. Let's use this one. I like that. The phrases work pretty good there. And let's move them way to the right. And turn them a little bit down in volume. Okay, turn them to the left and give them a little bit more oomph. Gong a little bit, so let's make that 60. Save, and let's see if we find some woodwind phrases here that fit as well. So who says that you can't make a phrases fit to your composition and not the other way around? That's 2. question is, can I actually pitch this? So if it doesn't fit, then I just say... Okay, so we can actually pitch this. So let's find out what key there. I like that phrasing there. Okay, can either use pitch bend or pitch the sample. Just put that on loop here. I suck at finding out what key something is in. So let's put that on loop. And then I try to find out what key that is in. So I assume we will need to put that, pitch that one tone down, which obviously makes it slower, but maybe it still works. So I put that a little to nope, to the right. Pushing it there in volume and actually use different channel. We send that out channel 3, and channel 3 is violin phrase. Full on reverb. And well, actually all of these guys go into group Percussion. So this was that. Okay, pitched -2. We can extend that a little bit. So hopefully that does work out. Not really shorten that. Okay, try this and make it way softer. That works. That phrase is better there. So all together. Okay, this is pretty cool. So do tar phrases. So actually, let's give stringed instrument a different color. Let's go with this, and the Duduk gets the blue from the Woodwinds. So just to keep things organized, nice and tidy here. I think we can even extend that a little bit. Okay, going the full length there for the whole phrase. And we're going to repeat the low boom. I think we can even take that a little bit down. That's a little bit too much there. Okay, time to think about something that we're going to do afterwards. So, kind of melody or something might be nice. Doesn't have to be, obviously. I just keep that looping for a little moment. Gonna take a little break there and listen to what we have so far. Okay, some things to notice. So first thing is that the rhythms are a tad too loud. So need to turn these down a little bit. Actually, let's give them a little bit of compression. volume, bring that a little bit up. And here as well. Even a little bit more than the other one. Fifth instrument. Let's add another plucked instrument. I think the guitar sounded really nice. Tari found a mistake. For some reason, it does half tone up there on the triplet key switch. It's a little bit strange there. Anyway, let's see what we can do with it. Volume. So just trying to figure out some key switches here. Something like this. So this is dutar. And since we have it on -22 in the phrases, let's do the same here. once more. Fix the rest within the editor. So and for the phrases we're at 116 and here 107. It's still too loud. And maybe we bring that even a little bit to the right rather. To watch my performance meter a little bit, but it might be yeah. Okay, no wonder. The thing is that I adjusted the buffer rate, so I think I need to turn that up a little bit. So let me first save the whole thing and then check this. So that should work better. Okay, let's try to come up with something that we can actually do now. So raise the volume a little bit on the spiccatos towards the ending there. No. That might work. Okay, let's see what we do with it. Okay, basic stuff there in the cellos. Tame them a little bit. for that. Just need to learn a little bit where to put the mod wheel to actually get the desired legato transition. Okay, down is the slow way. Something like that. So I'm gonna need to work a little bit more on the main melody. Might rather do that with the Turkish violin or something like that. So let's try that out. Actually, the lyra should be pretty good for that. Let's try that out. Get rid of the reverb, and the violin goes out to stereo 3. There we go. I mean, we can adjust the performances and the key switches later on. Just not sure if I want that sound or the sound of the other one. Let's try this. This is Lyra 2. We actually need to copy these guys. like to record some expression as well. Don't like the sound of that one. So next one, let's try the Turkish violin there. Let's try this on top. Okay, let's see. Get rid of this one. Okay, let's try a portamento glissando legato there. That works pretty cool. See how these two sound together on their own. I like that. Sounds cool. So let's add a little bit of stuff here. Let's see how that works. Let's see how the strings sound together. That's pretty nice. And now melody on top. Just this stuff. Sorry. A little bit pre-delay. Same doing with these two together. Strings. Okay, add some trombones there as well. Okay, let's see how that works. Nice. Okay, we got to this point. This is actually the Turkish violin. Let's hear what we have so far. This is a very great moment to actually go into a break. I will keep going, so this will be a two-part stream. So I will keep going with part 2 tomorrow around midday Berlin time. So sorry for my US peeps. But I definitely wanna keep going and got another thing to finish for now. Nevertheless, I think it sounds pretty cool so far. I might change the duduk here to another instrument, maybe the Zorna or something like that, because it just sounds too soft there. I don't like this. I love the sound of the duduk in the beginning, but I don't like it for the main melody. Maybe just let take over the violin. Let's check this. And actually, let's put this guy onto its own channel, not on the other violin part, because I think let's send it, because this other thing was the violin phrases, and this one had too much reverb. Violin phrases, violin solo. So this goes into verb as well, but not as much as the other guy. So that way we have this violin a little bit more dry. So definitely needs a little bit massaging in the phrasing and in the didn't even record expression data there. Did I do mod wheel? No, even this not. So we keep on working a little bit on the phrasing there tomorrow. Let's give it a little bit of a ornamentation there. And I think we can even control the vibrato speed exactly. So we will change this. There's a drone for the instrument. Nice. Yeah, so overall, we're gonna keep working on the phrasing and on the expression and vibrato speed tomorrow. Maybe layer that up with the strings from the orchestra section. Let's see how that sounds together. I think that's the way to go. That sounds pretty awesome. And even we can... Let's try this for a moment. That's the first, and the second one we can actually do an octave layer. That's pretty cool. So, orchestra strings on their own. I like where this is going. I think maybe we do one part of the theme or melody here with a violin alone, and then bring in the first and second violins from the orchestra in the second repetition or something like that. We will keep working on that tomorrow. So saving this, and tomorrow at noon, Berlin time, so in roughly 12 hours, I'm gonna keep on working. Maybe at 1, I will see how fast I can get to that. I'll let you know on the CWVI Facebook page. You can follow me there for announcements and stuff like that. Be sure to visit www.cwvi.de or com. What was it? Damn it, don't know my .de. You can follow there for all the latest announcements and all the new streams and stuff like that. Feel free, if you wish to donate. You can do that via the link beneath the stream window. I appreciate every support I can get, obviously. Thanks for watching so far, and see you tomorrow for Ancient Era Persia Part 2. This is for now what we've done in the last, 2.5 hours. Enjoy. See you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Have a nice evening. See you soon.